Angel here for November newsletter. This month we're going to be talking a little bit about why at Transfiguration we don't necessarily call ourselves an organic studio or a clean studio. We do prioritize using cleaner products, but there's so much greenwashing in our industry that frequently when something by label looks like it's going to be healthier for you to use, based on individual choice may not be what you actually want to reach for. So, we have 3 different lines here that we use with varying levels of exactly how clean they are and how good for the environment they are. My biggest concern is you having the information and knowing what to do with it. For example, we, have beverages in our fridge for guests when they're in studio, and some of them are alcoholic. Alcohol is a carcinogen, but I am a person that chooses to partake in that carcinogen. It's all about your individual choice and what your personal toxic load for your body is and what you want it to be. As a hair crafter working behind the chair, I know that historically in my career, I have taken on a higher toxic load due to working with lots of different various brands of hair colors and styling products. So working in Transfiguration, I'm trying to keep that lower. So I'll start with Clayton King being our cleanest line that we have. The creator, Jared, is really committed to having products that are gonna be really healthy for hairdressers, which is one of the reasons we really care about it and wanna share that with everyone that we work on as well. So the great part is that they try and make their lines so intermatching, so you can kind of mix and match everything together to create multiple products out of maybe just like 2 or 3, instead of having an entire line where each bottle just does one thing, which is really just kind of a little bit of capitalism. No one really needs shelves and shelves of product. It should really just be a handful of products that do everything you're looking to do. It's really possible to also just have your personal routine be centered in just one line that reflects what your personal, concerns and beliefs are regarding what you want to do with your body and the toxic load that you're taking on. Clayton King does refills, and they literally are the cleanest line I have ever found. The list is so long for what is not in there, and anything that has come up as something that would be considered toxic is literally a high level of clove essential oil. Because if you drink a lot of clove essential oil, it's gonna make you really sick. However, it's literally an essential oil of a plant. So, it's just knowing what you're doing with what you're working with. And they just remain committed to being really plastic free as well. So that's the other reason why, it's like I'm making the choice for myself to want to reduce my plastic consumption. So at home, while I do mix and match a little bit out of all the lines, I do strive to use mostly Clayton King for my own personal choice of plastic reduction. So another thing with, making choices for your body and what you want to do is going to be a lot of ingredient reading, just like, how maybe some of us do treat what we're taking in nutritionally. We might read labels. So with this, reading labels is really important. While you may not know every single thing in an ingredient list, some words are just going to be followed up with exactly what it is. So for example, Musa sapientum fruit juice is, in parentheses, banana juice. That's one of the top fillers in tonic. One thing I love about Clayton King is that they actually don't add any water to any of their products. So it's really concentrated and super potent and filled with what we want to be using. But that said, a lot of times you're going to be reading ingredient lists that have all these words you've never seen before. A lot of them should be filled in with like the parentheses of what that word actually means. And if you're seeing all these words and there's no actual meaning to it, that might be when you might want to look it up. And sometimes some words are just going to be pretty straightforward. Like one of the last ingredients in tonic is xanthan gum, which is used as a binder. And I'm okay with xanthan gum personally, but if you're using a different product line or anything and you're seeing all these words that are so unfamiliar, maybe just take some time looking them up. It's a slippery slope because Google is terrifying, but try and find your sweet spot in it. All right, that wraps up this month's newsletter, and we're gonna have more info on the rest of our product lines coming in the next few months, where we'll, touch base on more minute details. For example, Clayton King uses reduced plastic. Hair Story does have more plastic bottles. However, if you have any questions between then and now, you are always more than welcome to text our shop phone or ask when you're in here. All of our hair crafters have a really good idea to help find what sort of styling routine fits good for you and may fit your own parameters for what you want to have, on your body and at home. Have a good November.